Start small. Learn a lot. Like, go in and do as much research as you can, but don't let that hold you back from like getting started. And I forgot my third one. Join the NBVA. Once you have kind of got things going, and save up to go to Vegas so that you can see us and learn lots at the convention.
I would say start small, like Jen said, but grow at whatever pace you're comfortable with. If you want to go out and find one location a month, find one location a month. If you only want to do one every 2 months, that's the beauty of this business. You can scale it exactly whatever speed you're comfortable with. That's what I think is most important. Also, I really try to be budget friendly in the beginning as well, because you don't know if this is going to be for you, honestly. So before you go out and finance, $6,000 machines, maybe try something that's going to be a little bit more beneficial budget-wise for you to see if you like it, because this business requires you to go out and talk to people. You got to go and ask businesses if you can put your machine in their business, and that's not for everyone. So just find out what's going to work best for you, and then kind of plan your growth accordingly.
Great advice.
Good one. So my advice would be, first thing to do is join the Discord. That would be 100% the first thing that I would do if you're new to vending, because there's so many people in there and such free advice and hours of reading and pictures and a lot of help. Secondly, I would start, if my choice, I would start with mini claw machines. That would be my choice of all the types of vending that I would choose from, just because your return on investment is pretty quick. And you can get some at pretty reasonable prices, and it's a great way to get started, and it's a lot of fun to pick toys. And then other advice is grow slow. Don't get too overzealous, because it's definitely worth it to buy a machine, pay it off, buy another machine, pay it off, and work your way slowly instead of too quick, because you can get yourself neck deep pretty fast and all the excitement. So, and then last advice would be 100% join the MBVA, because I think that's the best group of people and in the industry that are going to help you a lot. So those are my things.
Just like Jen and everyone else made the advice, start small. See how you do, feel it out. And I love Jen's advice. If you got a certain company that you like to work with, keep going. That's what I did. I personally like importing my machines because I can get a whole bunch of them for a smaller price. Like, I can pretty much roll them like way faster than importing in States. So that's my advice. And one last thing would be have fun with this career, because this is one of the coolest jobs I've ever had. And my 5-year mark is coming up here in September. I've been doing this for about 5 years now. And I still wake up and my wife and I, like, we give each other high fives. Like, we just went out to eat. We were servicing a location today. And after we got done, we were like, can you believe it's almost been 5 years and stuff? And we gave each other high fives. Look at us. I can't believe this is our career. We get to do this every single day. And there is a lot of work behind it. And as you grow, you become more dependent on doing research and doing bigger stuff. If you start out small and you stay small, it's a fun side hustle. But as you get bigger, it is a lot more work, but it's still fun. So enjoy it, find out if you enjoy it, and enjoy it with your family too.
Hey guys, it's Jonathan from the Howard Hospitality Group. Let's go. It's Monday night, weekly vending live. How's everybody doing out there? Joining me as always, my partner in crime and the one that I always know and can count on that will be there. It's Matt from Galaxy Games 843. How are you?
What's up, guys? Let's go.
Let's go. So, man, it just seems like we're just here for me. It's been a whirlwind of a week. I don't know how yours has been, but mine's been absolutely nuts. We've been busy, and it seems like the industry's been busy this past week, and numbers are up from everybody I've talked to. I don't know how your numbers are. 80%, I'd say. Well, no, more closer to 90. Like, everybody's numbers are up, and that is unusual for January. Usually most of the time in vending, in the 5 years we've been doing it, like January is a slow time. It doesn't pick up until February. Most people are down. They kind of just assume that, and then we get into spring and all that, and then all their numbers stumped. But our January was awesome. Like even our December wasn't bad, and usually December, January are kind of our two worst months. So how was
Yeah.
your January?
Sadly, our January wasn't as good. We've had a lot colder temperatures here in South Carolina, and
Oh yeah.
colder temperatures in South Carolina. People are like, "What's going on?" I'm just going to stay home. I'm not going to do anything. As a matter of fact, actually, this past weekend, Saturday and Sunday, a lot of our businesses were even closed because we had snow in the forecast, and we actually did get about an inch of snow on Saturday evening. So the ones that were open on Saturday closed early, and pretty much everything was closed yesterday. Things are back to
Wow.
normal today. The snow has melted, and things are, like I said, things are back open. But we definitely lost some money over the weekend for sure. So, I don't know if you
I
want
don't
to count
know.
that as January or February, because it was like,
Well, I mean, it's the end of
one day was
January.
January, one day was February. So there's that.
Yeah. I think overall, from what I've seen and from what people have said, they're up. Maybe in colder climates, maybe that's the 20%, that are down, and it's just always going to be that way for us. But here in California, traditionally, we've always been down this time of year, and this is the first year since we've been doing this, that it's not because we have more machines than we've had, but I meant as far as like the average amount of sales, we're higher than we've ever been, and I think that that's good news. I think that the trend is up, and I think that's awesome. So, and I think Super Bowl's coming up. Everybody's getting excited for that. I see people talking about it in the
Coming weekend,
comments.
yeah, this coming weekend.
It's a big weekend. So a lot of people are going to be out at the bars, at the restaurants, watching the game. So I'm really looking forward to this weekend too. But yeah, so I wanted to start on a high note because I think that, I don't normally get a lot of good feedback from the industry when I talk to people. And this past month, it has been, like I said, roughly 80% positive. I mean, a lot of people always have problems with machines or, issues or whatever it may be. But like everybody's like, man, I'm doing pretty good, and I see people bragging in the Discord, which is awesome, and talking about how great
Yeah,
they're doing. So,
totally.
I mean, fantastic. I mean, it's just good. It's a good time for our industry, I think. MBVA is coming up. People are getting amped. Um, I was talking to Kevin, who formerly with Candy Machines, yesterday, and we ordered some of his new QR code readers things for our machines. We got those coming in, so we're excited to try those. There's just a lot of buzz right now, a lot of excitement, and a lot of new products, and I think that it's a good time. I'm excited. So,
I actually
um,
put one of those on location this past weekend, as a matter of fact. You guys will see it in an upcoming video. But I did kind of a how-to installation as part of a different vlog style video. So that's coming up
ooh,
probably this coming weekend, I'm guessing. I got to see how the snow really it messed up a lot of things for me, because we were going to film at some of those locations that ended up closing. So my posting schedule, I don't I'm going to have to see how I'm going to move things around. So either this week or this weekend, that video will be coming out though, for sure. So you
so
guys will be seeing that.
tell us more about it. Like, what are you doing that's different?
So in this video, it's a vlog style video where I'm on camera, not just doing a voiceover, and it's more of
Mm-hmm.
a kind of a day in the life of a maintenance video. So
Nice.
you'll see us kind of going off to some of our spots, go into our storage unit, which none of you have seen before. I'm gonna kind of visit there and talk about some things that
Did you
I
clean it
needed
up
some
first?
parts from. Well, my storage unit is completely organized.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's mainly just machines, so there's not a lot of things to clean up. But I had to go remove some parts from some machines there to put on other machines and stuff, and you'll learn more in the video. And we're actually going to go off to the mini arcade at the flea market, and it was so funny because it was a ghost town. It was open to the public, but it was a ghost town because there was snow in the forecast, and everybody was like, "No, I'm not going out. It's supposed to snow." It's going to be kind of funny how I transition through all that in the video. You'll see what I mean. The video's already
Nice.
done. I just don't know when it's going to post. Either Wednesday or Saturday. Probably Saturday,
That's
because
exciting.
it's
I
a
think
little more in depth.
new videos and new types of videos is always exciting. We're working on a couple too. We got some of the new claw stands in, and we wanted to go over because they came like really like she's upped her game quite a bit. So I want to do a video on
Nice.
those.
Nice.
I wanted to do some videos on, like I said, I want to do some on Kevin's new QR machine or a QR code reader stuff. I want to show how those work because I'm interested to see because we're running primarily down here. Well, I shouldn't say primarily, all Mega Minis we're running besides some of her larger machines, but our whole fleet. We're not doing in the older machines like the Golden Houses or anything like that down here. It's all Mega Minis, and
Sure.
there's an adapter that comes with the machine that you actually have to wire in like an IX reader to the machine, and it's the same thing with this unit. So I'm hoping to do like a video on how to install that, and then because I'm going to be learning just like everybody else, and I haven't had to put an IX reader on a Mega Mini yet, so it'll be a learning thing for me too. It's not hard. I don't think it seems pretty easy, but those who don't know, and it might be helpful to somebody. So I want to do some videos on that. So hopefully we'll have some content soon. I apologize for not doing that, but it's been busy. So I know we have a super chat. Let's do that real fast. So
We've got a
get on
couple
with
super
it.
chats, actually.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Hold
Couple
on
of
one
them.
second.
I see actually looks like 3 total. First one coming in from
There it goes. Sorry.
Waco's Car Wash Channel Elevators and More says this weekend I got 2 car washes. There you go. I know you guys got some cold weather down there in Texas. Hopefully you got your car cleaned up after that. So very cool. Hopefully you had some
Nice.
good car washes.
Oh, there's a super sticker. I've never seen that before.
sticker.
Okay, so let's do that. Yeah.
All right. I can't read it. I can't read the sticker, but I can describe it. It says, actually, it does give a description. It says Shiba dog raising an arm to greet someone asking, how's it going? That's from Tom Frey or Mr. Gumballs. Haven't heard that name in a while.
I
Welcome
know,
back, Mr.
that's funny.
Gumballs. Love
That's
it.
awesome. It's good to see
Yeah,
these people
very
back.
cool.
I'm
Yeah.
excited that a lot of the core people are back, and I think that this makes me feel really good about the industry right now and about the live streams coming back, the right people coming back, the Vending Academy and those group in there. Like people are super positive right now, and I'm loving the vibe. It's really cool. So I got one more here.
All right, third super chat coming in from Mike at 720 Vending says, I placed a machine on the 21st and collected from it yesterday. It did $167 in its first 11 days. Very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What kind of location is that, Mike? That sounds awesome. I saw you posted a video, but I haven't gotten the chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched
So,
the video yet either. I always
hopefully
watch
it's a
his
good
videos
spot.
and give him some thumbs ups, and I haven't watched your videos either, so I apologize. But I was telling you,
It's all
like
good.
Jaime, I saw Jaime's doing some videos,
Yeah, Jaime is making
and
videos again. Hopefully
yeah.
that lasts.
and I got to watch like 5 minutes of it, and I was like, I wanted to see kind of what it was about, so I skipped through just real fast before I left, and it looked pretty good. So looks like he's got married. He's got all kinds of cool stuff going on. So I'm gonna
Yes.
go back and watch that and your guys' stuff too. So
Yes, him and Liz tied the knot. I think I want to say I saw pictures on Instagram or something like that where I think they traveled to actual Mexico for their wedding, which looked really cool.
wow, nice.
Yeah. Mike says that location is a diner. Okay, that's cool.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought about trying a diner, but our local diner never has any people in it, so I was always afraid to try it.
Let's do this one first. I'll cover this and then we'll go up to that one.
All right. Kevin wants to know, where's David?
I messaged him. I talked to him earlier today. He said he didn't know if he was going to make it. And then I sent him a reminder message twice, because that's kind of what I have to do to get him to remember to come on. And I didn't hear back. So either he's not home or I don't know, to be honest. He usually kind of fills me in and says he'll be there, and I didn't get that this time. So not sure if he's coming or not.
I'll bet he's taking a long hot shower wearing his socks.
Yeah, there you go. And then Jen, they rescheduled. She had a doctor's appointment today, and they rescheduled it later than originally planned, and so she's going to be hopefully late if she can make it back home. I mean, it's travel time, so I don't know if she's going to make it or not. But here we go. We got a question from Tyler.
Tyler says, any recommendations on places to check for insurance? Tyler, for me, my best deal was with a local place. Just calling my local insurance places and checking. That's where I got my best deal. But I know there's other sources out there too, nationally as well.
And then, so we use State Farm Yeah, I don't know where you are, Tyler. Their State Farm's kind of a weird thing with California because they're no longer offering business. At least this was 6 or 7 months ago. I don't know if this is still true, but because of the California fires and all the stuff that happened, they stopped offering business policies. But they were offering them all over the United States elsewhere, but not California. We got kind of like one of the last ones they did. And so you have to double check with them for California, but they're really good. I like them a lot. Like Matt says, if you can find somebody local you can deal with, it's always nice to be able to like pick up the phone and be like, "Hey Janet, I need this," or whatever. Like that's a really cool feeling. I don't,
That's
our
exactly
guy
how mine
was,
is.
yeah, and our guy where we lived was close then, and he was great. But we did a lot of special events up north. So we did a lot of fairs and expos and like farmers markets and things like that over the years. And we were required to have $1 million insurance policy, and they just wrote it for us and gave it to us for each event, and it didn't cost us anything extra, which I don't think other insurance companies like. There's some amusement insurance and stuff out there. I don't think they do that. So you might want to double check if that's something you want to do. You might want to go with a bigger company like State Farm or somebody like that or somebody local that will do that for you because you will need that for events. So if you plan on doing that kind of stuff. Um, what else did I miss? Um, Hey Mike, well let's see who if Jen and David are coming, and then we'll get you on. Otherwise, and I have to find the link again. So because I don't know what to do with the link, but let me see, and then I'll see if I can get you on here. Um, so we did the insurance one. Okay, so we had some questions. Well, I don't know if we should wait for MBVA to get Jen back on here with that, or if she's even coming. I'm not sure. Um, but I'm still getting questions from people on MBVA, and I wanted to bring it up again for people before I forgot, and we didn't cover it. But I highly recommend if it's your first year going to MBVA that you go to the website mbva.org and go to the contact page for MBVA and or just go to the conference page, and I think the phone numbers are on there also. But I would pick up the phone and call them and have them walk you through the different options that are available because this year has changed from years past, and also if you're concerned about that, being that the hotel of choice this year is Resorts World versus Westgate, they can answer questions about that, like where the events are going to be and what's planned. So if you're a returning person, that might be confusing for you of where to stay and where events or what events are happening where. And then secondly, if you're new, then you want to know because you also get a discount on your passes to the show. So you want to call because there is no way to do that online, that portion of it. So it's best just to pick up the phone and give them a call. And they're super nice ladies and they'll help you. They're fantastic. And then you can end up paying over the phone, or you can, still pay online or whatever, and then they can apply it too. But the big thing that they really wanted to push was to have people sign up early because they don't want to not have enough seats for you at certain dinners or breakfasts or at the seminars or whatever it may be. And they also have to pay for all those people that are attending all those events. So the more they know, because what they kind of do is like, let's say you're going to, 100 people sign up. I'm just making that up, but like 100 people, they'll have enough food for like 120, so then they cover more people. But if they don't know how many people are coming and they only order for like 120 and 180 show up, then that really screws up things. And then it costs them more to add meals after the fact. So we need to kind of help them out too with the whole process. So if you guys could,
Yeah. So what Jonathan is saying is no matter
Yeah,
if you've
sorry,
been there
thank you.
before, or if it's your first time, you need to pre-register. It's only good practice to do. And it's actually a benefit to you as well because it saves you a long wait in a long line. You can just pick up your badge. It's easy. And honestly, I want to say it's a little bit cheaper too if you do it before a certain date, right? Isn't there a discount by a certain date?
Yeah, they do end it. I think it's a week before the show is when they cut off the
So you can
discount.
actually save a little bit of money by pre-registering everything online. I'm fully registered. I've got all my stuff taken care of. So I've already paid for it all. So I'm good to go now. I've got my hotel, I've got my flights, I've got my MBVA membership, and my tickets for the seminars and the conference. So I'm good to go.
I'm so
Good
proud
to
of
go.
you.
I'm
Nice.
locked in, and
um,
I'm really looking forward to it this year.
yeah,
I
it's
cannot,
good
cannot wait.
etiquette. It's just,
Yeah.
be kind. Sign up early, and just, and then when you show up that day to get your passes and stuff, everything's done and ready for you. Like, it's so nice, and I think that saves you so much time and stress, because it always seems like when you're trying to get over somewhere or do something, you're always running late, and the last thing you need is to go stand in line for another 30 minutes waiting for your badge. So, get it all done and get it all, and then who knows, make sure that you're set to go. So, we do have a couple more questions. Hello, Captain Namco, I see you there. Let's see, here we go. Caden had a question.
Caden Harrison says, I was talking to a location and the location already has an operator, but they don't like him. Might be interested in working with Caden instead. Do you think that's bad etiquette or no? No, I don't. I think if they're not getting good service and you can provide good service, why not? We've all taken over locations like that before.
Yeah, we got a few in the very beginning. It was on accident. Like, people found us and called us, and because the manager was good friends with the manager of another restaurant, and they're like, "Dude, you need to get these guys. Like, they're awesome." And I guess they were having dinner together or something, and the girl was complaining about her vendor, and that's how it works. A lot of the restaurant owners know each other, or managers or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and they're all
Yep.
friends.
Yep.
And so, bad karma goes a lot farther than good karma. So make sure I wouldn't badmouth them. I wouldn't do anything like that. I would just say, hey, we're here, talk to your vendor. And if, we're happy to cover it for you. And, they got to know they're doing something wrong. I mean, if they're that horrible, or they don't like them for some reason, like, I've never had that feeling where I walked into somewhere and didn't feel comfortable. And if I did, I probably wouldn't have a location there. So obviously they know that something's up. So it shouldn't be a surprise to them, is what I'm trying to say, that if you
Right.
take it over. Yeah. So I wouldn't stress it, man. Like, if you're doing a good job and you think you can do better than they are, then grab it for sure.
Do it.
Um, I don't think you should go in and start pitching other people's locations. I think that's rude and not good etiquette. But if somebody approaches you about it, 100%.
Well, I don't even think that. So I think there's a fine line on that second part that you're talking about. So if you're approaching a location that already has service, I don't think it's bad etiquette as long as you do it in a professional way. Asking questions like, "Are you happy with your current vending situation? Are you happy with your current vendor?" Questions like that are completely fine in my opinion. But if you go in there and say, your current vendor leaves his machines dirty and unstocked, I could do way better than that. That's a little
Yeah.
on the wrong side for me. But it's all about providing great service. And at the same position too, you got to remember there's other vendors out there that might be trying to talk to your locations as well. So don't give them a reason to want to go somewhere else. Plain
Another
and simple.
topic on, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're
Another
good.
thing on that too is that's good. That's a good learning thing for you also, is to, when you leave your locations, or even once a month or every 3 or 4 months, just to check in with them and make sure they're happy. You know what I mean? And just say, hey, we got a location. Just even bring that up. Just say, hey, we just got a location the other day because these other people weren't happy with their vendor, and we just want to make sure you're happy with us because we love this location. We love being here. Is there anything that we can do to make things better or whatever? Who knows? Maybe it might start on a new conversation of they're opening another room and they need 24 more machines. I don't know, but I'm just saying that, or they have 12 more restaurants you didn't know about, or whatever it may be. It might be a way to kind of solidify that location for you too, of just having a conversation with them and saying, we think we're doing a good job and we're happy being here, but you guys okay with us? And I don't know. It's also good to get criticism sometimes too from people, that things that you may not even think you're doing wrong. Or just, you have those weird people that they see the negative in everything, and they're gonna be like, oh, like, did you see the way they did that or whatever? And they'll bring it up to them because people like to complain. And then it's been sticking in the back of their head and say, oh, somebody said that you did this or whatever a while ago, but I haven't seen you do it since, just don't do that anymore or whatever. And it's like, oh, no problem, but what if you went and did it again, and then all of a sudden they're, handing you your papers the next week because you didn't know? but you asked and now you know. So I don't know, just an idea. But let's see. Here we go. Brawler Khan. Haven't seen him in a while.
Pelicon says, "Good evening, gentlemen. I got a coin jam again in the claw machine. Kids put 2 dimes and a nickel together. Happens once a month for me. Hashtag vending life right there.
Yeah.
That happens to all of us. Coin jams. I mean, it's so funny because Jonathan and I will call each other and be like, "Hey, what are you up to?" "Oh, I'm on my way to unjam a coin jam." "Yeah, me too." We've had those phone conversations.
Yeah.
It's just part of the business. So
And then I see a lot of people are using different coin mix and changing out their coin mix to different models and stuff like that. And I still have a problem with pretty much any coin mech.
I mean,
I've
if
yet to
it's not
find one.
coins, a kid's gonna
Yeah.
jam a piece of paper or a straw wrapper or
Oh
something in
yeah.
there and jam it up. It's gonna
We
happen.
found all we found all kinds of weird stuff in our. I mean, you get like sugar packets, and I mean they'll
Mhm.
stick all kinds of stuff in there.
I've had pieces
So
of menu, all kinds of stuff.
yeah. Let's see. Um, so Mike was saying that he got a okay. I'll add it so you can because
Yeah,
I think
Mike.
it'll make sense.
He got that one of his new locations from Canteen. That's how he took a full line snack and soda machine from Canteen. So he took over because they were not providing great service, which you know that's kind of one selling point too that you can use when you're talking about or like when you're working on a location and they're trying to decide between you and a national company like Canteen. Sell the service. Canteen is a huge corporation with hundreds of thousands of locations across the country. Now, of course, they're probably divided up in subdivisions by different franchisees and stuff like that. But sell the fact that you're a small operator and you can respond quickly to problems. You can make sure that your service is on point, all that good stuff. Those are all selling benefits because you're not too big. So
No.
use those to your advantage.
I think that I don't know what it is, but I've noticed that when we had the full line, which we got away from doing the full line, but we would get a lot more calls about full line, and I don't know if it's because it's so much more work or it's more time consuming or what it is, but a lot of vendors just don't do it right. They do it like 50%, and I think that it's hard to do it right sometimes because it is so much work and so much prep and so much time that they just kind of just give up after a while. But we got a lot of locations. I think 8 or 9 of them were from people that just stopped, giving a damn about what they were doing. Unfortunately,
I mean, it's so much more than just going and filling up the machine and taking out the money. It's inventory shopping. It's storing and organizing the inventory. It's pre-kitting and prepping to go fill the machines. Like there's just so much that goes to it. And it's so crazy because like I said, we lost our best full line location. It was that top secret location. We had 4 total machines there. And since then, like I am going to Sam's Club so much less right now. I'm doing a lot less work and it's kind of nice in that benefit, but at the same time, it's another one of the reasons why my money is down because I lost such a great account.
right?
Darn micro markets. You know what I mean?
Well, and the thing is too is I mean I don't know, your situation is nobody's business, but you buy these machines, and a lot of times when you're buying big machines like that, you're paying monthly for them. A
Yep.
lot of times you're not buying them outright, so you still got the bill for those machines, even
Absolutely.
though you don't have the
Absolutely.
income. So like that's
Absolutely.
hard too. You got to get them out and get them placed, otherwise you're losing money every month
Yeah.
with the machines
Yeah.
sitting in your garage. So, or your nice organized storage shed. Like wherever it is. But it's one of those
You guys will
things
see.
that
You guys will see the upcoming video. You'll see it.
So it's funny because I'm gonna pick on Mike for a minute here because he comes on. We do our our vending academy, and he's in there, and he has a room where he does all his what do you call it, his 3D printing office. He has like a separate. Well, it looks like a tornado went through there, and it's like I think some of the most genius people, like, they function that highly like in those kind of environments. Like me, I would like I start scratching myself because I couldn't handle it.
Right.
But like
Right.
but like his brain is so brilliant that like he functions well in those environments. But I like teasing him because I'm like, I sit back going, oh my god. But it's like, it's funny how some people, and there's one guy that's I won't mention his name on here, but he's one of the big time vendors that are at the show that we always hang out with, and he's big in the MVVA, and his office is like that. And but the guy is a freaking genius. Like he's so smart, and but he functions in chaos, you know. So, anyways, let's see another one. Here we go.
Go Hard Brother 5299 says set up a claw to a candy machine. I'm having to switch it back to toys because kids are throwing wrappers all over the restaurant. Yeah, that happens. I've honestly never done great. I tried a candy claw once, and I did not do very well. I always do so much better with toys and prizes like that rather than candy.
I'd be really careful with things like that sometimes with certain restaurants. We have one of a really really good location, and one of the first things he ever said to us, because he had a couple bulk machines there from a local nonprofit, and he had like Mike and Ike's in one, and I don't know, I think it was like M&Ms or something, another one. And I'm like, man, gumballs do really good. Like you should put gumballs. And he goes, no gumballs. He goes, no gumballs. He goes, you don't know how many times I've been scraping into my tables, pulling the gum off them under my tables. He goes, I'll never have gum in my restaurant again. I'm like, yeah, I can see that,
Yeah,
And so then
totally.
I felt really bad because we went and got from SSM. They have those ice. It's like glitter ice or ice glitter,
Yeah.
and it's got those little spongy, like sticky whatever squares that the kids like to put between their fingers and squeeze and whatever. Well, the kids started throwing them up onto the ceiling
Oh
in his
no.
restaurant. Oh yeah, and so he called me up and he's like, "No more ice." I'm like, "Okay, what happened?" He goes, "You can see the ceiling when you come in." So he left it up there for me to look, and like this whole one wall where all the kids are is just like little squares up on the ceiling of stuff. So be
No.
careful if you do
I didn't know
stuff
those
like
were
that.
sticky. Okay.
Oh, they're
All right.
sticky, I guess. I didn't know either. I've never even opened one, but
I
like the
thought they were just
kids,
squishy.
well, I'm sure it was as soon as one kid did it, then they all had
Oh
to do
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
So it
Yeah.
was about 80 of them up on the ceiling up there. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm going to get somebody to take them down." But he goes, "I'm just letting the machine." He goes, "I'm not going to make you take them out." He goes, "Just finish off what's in there." And he's like, "But then that's it." I'm like, "Okay, sorry." He goes, "I didn't think about it." I said, "I didn't either. So luckily you have that kind of relationship where he's not mad at
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
But it was pretty bad news. So be careful. So, here's another one from Brawlicon.
All
Oops,
right. He says,
sorry.
I've got a location that only wanted toys in the bulk rack. They didn't want gumballs or candy. They cleaned up after kids way too many times. Yeah. So think about that when you're stocking your machines, or when you're thinking of ideas of what to put in your machines when you get a location. How are the kids there? How are they going to react? What are they going to do with the prizes or the toys in the machines?
Yeah. And I really think that, like, we're, up in Northern California, our weather was really weird. So like in the wintertime, it gets really cold, like we get to freezing. And then during the summertime, it gets over 100 degrees where we were. So twice a year, we ended up buying, they were called the triple time machines back in the day versus the triple shot machines, because the triple times, you can pull out that plastic sleeve inside of the machine and like rinse it out and clean it and then put it back in and change out your candy. So we had to do that twice a year. So we were stuck because we couldn't run anything that would melt, any chocolate or anything like that. We couldn't run during the summertime. And so we were getting kind of hard up of what to put in there. And then we were trying to make sure that we didn't have too much left over, candy wise, by the time summertime would come. So then our machines would run kind of low and we're like, oh, that's not good. And so, yeah, so be careful what you order. If you can do like tiny bulk stuff, man, that stuff never expires. So you can do little toys, like 1 inch, capsules or something else instead might be better off than doing gumballs in some places. I don't know, just a thought. So let's see. Tom Frey, what does he say?
Tom says, can you please let me know how to order with Rainy? I am not using candymachines.com any longer. Unhappy with their customer service.
Yeah. Sorry to hear about that. That sucks. You can definitely just reach out to us. Actually, we can help you order if you want. Happy to, and I can get you in touch with her. I can also help you with all the options. I just did a video recently on Rainy Machines. I don't know if you saw it on her channel, that has like how to, like what the options are when you order. So you could, because there is a lot of options. And I think that that's what a lot of people don't know, is you can actually customize them any way you want with wraps and what kind of dollar bill acceptors you want and what what you want on top and all kinds of stuff. So Tom, just reach out to me after this tonight. You can email me or and then I'll get in touch with you and I'll help you order. It's really simple. I'll get you in touch with her, give you all the details, and then you can pick what you want and place your order. It's really easy. I think a lot of people are kind of hesitant to order from China, but Rainy's been doing it for so long that she makes it super easy, and she has two ladies that help her that are phenomenal, and they actually speak really good English, and they ask you the right questions, and they're very good. So no problem. We'll help you and get you some order placed and give you the ins and outs. So don't stress. Everything's good. It'll be fine. Another super chat.
Super chat. The Queen is back. Hey, Queen. Says, hey, friends, Howard Hospitality Group and Galaxy Games. How are you both doing? I miss both of you, my friends. And how are both of your guys' beautiful wives doing? Mrs. Gigi's good. Yeah, she's good.
My wife's awesome, as usual. She got a really cool job. She's absolutely loving it down here. And she's doing fantastic. She's glowing. So it's awesome to see that. And we're doing very well too. Amelia's doing awesome. A lot of people have been asking how she's doing because she hasn't been in the videos. She's not much taller, but she's like her hair is crazy. She's going. I mean, she's having a blast down here. It's awesome. She's turning into like a little surfer girl. It's pretty cool. So
nice.
Here we go. Broad kind of question for you.
Question for me. All right. Brawlicon says, I've got to ask Galaxy Games, did you find a spot for your new clip machine or did you swap out the duck machine at the game store? No. So the duck machine is staying at the game store for the time being. I'm actually working with the ice cream and candy shop because when my last conversation with them was they wanted yet another machine. It's really nice when you bring a big fat commission envelope to them. It makes them open up the idea for more machines. So ultimately, and I'm not going to talk about this in videos because I haven't had the conversation with them yet, but they've got like this room, a whole dedicated room so they do so many things there. They do ice cream, candy, popcorn, vintage candy, sodas, milkshakes. But this whole other section, it's kind of like a DIY craft section. So like, have you ever seen those things where you can go and do like
stuff?
Nah, it's more like think of like DIY wood stuff. Like if you go and they give you like a I don't know, a piece of wood that's shaped into something, and you can go as a group and paint it as a group or do like paint and sips.
Yeah.
They do all kinds of events like that. So it's a bunch of stuff, and they've got two big sections. One section they use all the time. The other section they never use. I've never seen them use it. And it's kind of like this like little separate room, but it's got these big, giant, wide open barn doors that always stay open. And I thought, how cool would it be to have like to lease that space and like build a mini arcade there? Because it's literally right in the middle of our downtown. Like it's like the prime spot.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk to them about that because they keep asking for more and more machines. And I think they're kind of running out of room as to where these machines can go. So my last conversation with her, like I said, as I delivered their commission, she was like, I think we need another machine. I'm like, okay, I got one coming in. So, but I haven't talked to her since then. So I need to go back and talk to her. So that'll probably be this week, but we do have another new location coming too for a toy taxi claw machine. That should be this week also. So lots of great things on the way. Yeah.
That's exciting. Man. Everybody's growing. It's good to see. I mean, everybody seems to be doing phenomenal. I saw which I haven't talked to him forever, but I saw a nice little news thing that they did with Cody from Quick Play.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, it was really cool, and how he's doing the arcade's doing really well, and like he's doing it in Eli's name, and like really, I mean, it's really successful. He's doing pinball tournaments inside there now, and all kinds of cool stuff. I thought that was super cool. It's just good to see that everybody's still around and doing well. So I think that everybody kind of took a step back when we did.
I talked to Cody back in, I want to say November. I talked to Cody, and he's got some big things on the way. So he even talked about possibly new content.
Ooh.
So I wouldn't hold him to that, but he talked about possibly new content in the future. So I don't know. I told him I would fly out there and help him and do whatever we needed to do to get him back up and running. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be going to Missouri one of these days.
Oh my God. That'd be so much fun to do a collab. Oh my god, how much fun
Yeah,
would that be?
for
Very
sure.
cool.
For sure.
All right, next one from D Chum.
D Chum says, I just received another order of gamer minis from Rainy and I love them. I was a little nervous when I first ordered some, but it was a lot easier than you think. There you
Very
go.
cool. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a little overwhelming, but once I talk you through it, super easy. You'll be happy, Tom. I think you'll be just fine, and then you'll be a pro after that. You won't need me anymore.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, so let's see. So I covered. Oh, we missed a super chat. I didn't see that.
We got one more from, I think it's from Waco. It is from Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More. It says, did you all make New Year's resolutions yet? I'm kind of still going through my same resolution I made early, like last year. So, getting healthier, trying to grow my business, like that's just been my focus going forward. I've been going to the gym at least 4 days a week. I'm probably going to go right after the stream is over. I'll go tomorrow night. They were closed Saturday and Sunday, so I couldn't go over the weekend. So I'm kind of itching to get back in there. I feel like I took the two days off. And then, of course, like I said, trying to grow locations, get new locations, make my business better. That's just what I've been focused on. How about you?
So I made some, but I haven't followed through with them yet. So my resolutions were that to get up every day at 5 versus like 6 or 6:30.
Okay.
With Natalie, that was our goal. Was that we were going to get up at 5 every day, walk the dogs, and then I bought like those elastic bands. Um,
Yeah.
like I bought us some of those because
Resistance band.
she wanted to do more
Yeah.
like that kind of strength training stuff versus like
Okay.
going to the gym. Like she doesn't, she hates gyms, and I'm kind of the same way. I know that going there kind of gets you motivated to go there, but I just don't like going to gyms
I,
at all.
I,
So
I totally understand where you're coming from because, like, I think
yeah,
getting to the gym is the hardest part. That's the hard part to get motivated for. But once you're there, what I love about the gym is there's any exercise you want to do or any tool you need to create strength or to burn calories or whatever you need, they have there, and that's why I love going to the gym. Like
yeah,
it's only like a 10-minute drive for me, but sometimes with traffic it's 20 minutes. But still, like right now it's 34 degrees outside here in South Carolina right now, and like I already know that I'm going to freeze my butt off going out to the car and then driving to the gym, then walking through the parking lot. I already know that. But then I'm going to get inside and I'm going to get, my heart rate up and I'll get some cardio going. I'll start to sweat and I'll be warmed right up.
yeah.
So
When
getting there's the hard.
the only time I ever really liked going to the gym is I worked at a resort casino for quite a few years doing events, and we had an on-site gym and wellness center like at like the building across from my building. So like it was basically like literally like about 50 steps and I was there, and so I would go on my lunch and just walk
Mhm.
over there, and they had you remember, so you had like showers and your own locker and like the whole deal. So I would go in, do that, then I could take a shower and then go back to work, and so I was already there, so for
Mhm.
me
Yeah.
it was a convenience thing. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I really I just don't like going to the gym, and like our house is nice, and so it was I figured that we could just do it here, but we haven't done it yet, and it's mostly been because for some reason our Datsuns are doing this weird thing where they're fighting a lot lately, and so we've been having to do this weird sleep stuff with them in kennels and stuff, so like that's been going on for the
Yeah.
past month, so that's why we kind of haven't been able to do the normal sleep whatever. So anyways, that's nobody's information, but that's why we haven't followed through with it, is because we haven't had like a normal sleep schedule since January. So it's been
Gotcha. I
frustrating.
gotcha.
Dotsons
That's one thing.
Dotsons are awesome,
I
but they're
I could definitely not get up early and work out. I got to work out later in the day. That's just my preference. When I wake up in the morning, I need like 2 cups of coffee before I can even think and function right. And it's
Natalie's like
just
that too.
going to the gym in the morning for me would just not work.
Yeah.
Just not work.
This is a vendor right here for you. This one, check this out.
Albert Paulo says, I'm going to join a gym and put a vending machine in it. Yeah. It's funny. My gym doesn't have vending machines, but they have coolers, and you can actually buy different stuff out of the coolers for. And if you have the premium membership, you actually get a discount.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Yeah.
I've never
So
bought a thing out of their coolers though. I always just bring water, but I do have the premium membership because it opens
and
up
I don't
more options. Like it's really cool. I actually do red light therapy. which is supposed to be really good for your skin and cell health and all that stuff. So
Well,
it's
it
fine.
looks better than mine. I mean, I'm all wrinkly and old. We're not that much an age difference. You could tell. See, look at all these
You're
wrinkles.
way older than me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. So I mean,
Way older.
look at that. I'm old. But what I was gonna say is, I don't know if it's California only, but I've noticed too in California that a lot of gyms are closing here. Have you noticed that where you are at all?
Nope. Nope.
So there was a big trend for quite a few years where they were opening like there was like a gym on every corner. It seemed like for quite a few years, and then now like a lot of them are closing, and they're becoming like the mainstream ones like Planet Fitness or whatever they are that are
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
more well known ones. But a lot of the smaller ones have closed, and I don't know what's
We
going
never
on.
really had any smaller gyms here to begin with. So I don't think that's probably why
I meant
I
like
haven't
not as
recognized
many,
them.
not a U.S. like well known brand, not like
Sure.
I didn't mean small as like they were small places because they were big, but like
But like
not like a
you're
yeah.
not like big chain gyms. No, I get it.
Hmm.
I get what you're saying. But we just never had any of those really. Like we've got Crunch and we've got Planet Fitness. That's all we've ever had.
Hmm. Maybe I'm wrong. There's other people in Cali on here that'll see if I'm right because I don't know if it's that way in LA too. But I noticed it up near the Sacramento area and stuff like that where we were from, and then down here there's quite a few that are closing too where we are, and I'm just wondering if it's they're just getting pushed out by the bigger ones or I don't know. I know people are still working
Probably.
out, so they got to go
Probably.
somewhere. But anyways, off topic. So let's see. Oh, Albert said,
He says some properties don't allow gyms because of the liability.
"Oh, hmm."
I don't know. I'm sure they have insurance.
What's weird too is like I've noticed a lot of like climbing places and like not so much jump places like those places, but a lot of the climbing places and things like that have been opening up still recently. Like I know they were kind of big for a little bit, but they're still opening those, and I can imagine that the insurance on those places has got to be like ridiculously expensive
Totally.
for liability. But I don't know. But those are, if you guys, I know that a lot of people have the soccer centers. Like we don't really have a lot of soccer centers around here, but some people said those are really good for claw machines and stuff. So if you guys have
I
soccer
would think
centers,
so. I would think so.
so all right, we only have like 10 minutes left, which is crazy.
Wow. Time
Um,
flies, guys. Time
I
flies
know.
on these things.
Trying to think, am I
But
missing
yeah.
anything?
So we could talk
Um,
a little bit more about NBVA if you want.
yeah,
So we threw out that reminder that if you are interested in attending, make sure you get registered early. But did you guys have any questions in the comments about NBVA? Like, I mean, we can answer questions here if we can. Throw your questions in the comments or any other topics you might want to discuss for the last 10 minutes of the show.
yeah, please. We'd love to talk about it. I think that for those who don't know, they did change hotels. And then also the room blocks do end before the show. So
I
I
want
think
to say
it's like
that's
a
coming
week.
up quick. Actually,
Yeah, that's,
you're
yeah,
gonna
you're
make me
right.
look at like because last year it was like the beginning of February. So let's see if we can't look it up here. I don't know. It might already be closed. Let's see. I'm double checking on the NBVA website, and it's putting me through to the AMOA website, and I'm not seeing any information about discounts, so that might already be over.
Already? That's crazy. I know they had a block of rooms at Westgate and they had a block of rooms at um, Westgate and at Resort World. Let me see if I can pull it up too, while we're both looking.
I'm actually going through the reservation process just to double check it right now,
Okay.
because there's a direct link, and it looks like there might be an affiliate code or something like that. And when I go through that, it looks like it is $105 a night. So if you go
Okay.
to the NBVA website and you go to, let's see, I'm going to go back to the process now. At the top, there's a bunch of links. You can go to conference and then housing When you click on that, that's going to take you to the housing page. Now, this one says the only one listed on the NBVA page is Resorts World. If you click
No,
on
if you go
housing
down.
information, hold on, I'm just
Oh,
saying,
sorry.
if
Sorry.
you click on housing information, it's going to show you both Resorts World and the Westgate. And if you can click here to place your Westgate reservation or click here to place your Resorts World reservation. I've tested the Westgate. If you go to the Westgate, you will get the discounted price of $105 per night. Now, I don't know how long that's going to last. So if that's something you guys are interested in, you definitely want to get in there and get those reservations in place ASAP. But the two hotels that have the rooms reserved are the Westgate and Resorts World. So
And
Resorts World is
resorts.
definitely the newer, fancier place. But Westgate is what we all have been used to. So
Yeah.
it's going to be whatever is going to be best for you.
Westgate's $217 a night versus $105 or $110
So
a night.
217 if you don't use these links. If you use the links, it brings it down to 105.
No, that's with the link. Resort World's
No.
$100 more, right?
Oh, you said Westgate.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
So
My bad.
Resorts World is how much?
Resorts World's $217 a night. I
Okay,
clicked on the
okay.
link and put in the dates, and it said $217 a night.
Westgate is 105. Okay.
Yeah.
So that
So,
just goes
big
to show you,
difference.
like Resorts World is definitely a more fancier hotel with more options, probably more restaurants, probably a bigger casino floor. And I've heard, I've not that I've never been to Resorts World, but I've heard that if you like to play the machines, that they really keep the drinks flowing there for you, if you know what I mean. So they are really generous with passing out the drinks if you're gambling at the Resorts World.
It's newer too. It's nicer, newer. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
definitely new.
better restaurants. 100%. I mean, I liked some of the restaurants at Westgate, but there's definitely it's like an old
So
world feel at the
I've
Westgate.
never eaten at any of the restaurants at the Westgate. I've only gone to the sports book and ordered food at they have like a little food court in the sports book. I'll go eat there, but I've never gone to actually in any of the restaurants at the Westgate. I know they have an Italian restaurant, an Oriental restaurant with I think it's like hibachi on one side and sushi on the other side. And do they have anything else? I know they've got like a buffet area, a breakfast
Isn't there a
area.
nice steakhouse? Did you already say that?
There is a
I was reading.
steakhouse. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
it
like a
is. Yeah.
steakhouse on
One
the across from the bathrooms.
rated one of the best in Vegas, actually, from what I've read, but I've never gone
I've
to it.
never had the buffet. I've heard it's good, but I've never had
I've
it.
never had the time to go to any of
Yeah.
those things. Like I feel like whenever we're there, we're just jam packed.
Do you have
We're
the
just jammed.
eCam? Do you have the link you can send Jen? She's been sitting in my Zoom links. It's not the Zoom link. It's
Oh,
the
she's sitting in
eCam.
Zoom. I
Yeah.
have it somewhere. Let me find it.
She said she's been sitting there for. There she is. She's here.
Oh, she found it. Okay,
Yeah, she
good. Because
got
it was gonna take me till the end of the show to find it.
Let's see if I can bring her up here. Let's see.
Nikki gave
Hey,
fastly late
Oh, I gotta go this
late
way.
appearance. What's up, Jen?
I know.
you got
Sorry.
7 minutes. Make it count.
All right. What are we talking about?
We were just
MBVA.
talking about the difference between the hotels options in the NBVA with the Westgate and the Resorts World.
I mean, Resorts World is brand new, but it's a little more expensive.
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of in the middle of the two. So, I mean, if whichever one you feel more comfortable at, also, I mean, I wouldn't rule out the other hotels in the area. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get,
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
You don't have to stay at Resorts World or the Westgate. You can stay at whatever hotel you want. Just know that the
yeah,
actual all the events are taking place in the new portion of the convention center.
Yeah. South
which is
Hall.
right next to the bagel place. I love that place. If you haven't eaten there, I'd highly recommend it.
All right,
So we were
I'm gonna
talking
have some free
about
time. So I'll check those places out.
making sure they pre-register.
Yes.
We were
Yes.
talking about to call if they're new, to call and ask questions and set it up over the phone versus trying to do it online because it's a little confusing and they won't get the discounts. We explained why to sign up early for them and for you. That helps with ordering food and all the stuff they have to do, but it also helps with you getting your pass sooner and getting everything set up early on. What else did we talk about?
Definitely. Well, and in particular, I don't know what you touched on as far as our dinner is concerned, or our awards dinner, but it's
We
still
haven't talked about it.
okay. Well, the contract hasn't been finally signed, but it's between two really epic options. So Lori went all out this year. So whichever one gets decided or signed, they're both amazing options. I'm really excited for them.
Good
Um,
stuff.
Nice.
Good
the
stuff.
food at these places is it's not really like hotel food. It's really good food, like from a really good restaurant. So I'll just throw that out there.
Sounds
It's
good.
it's epic. I've eaten there one time and it's amazing. So definitely want to come to the NBVA.
Anything else you want to talk about? What's going on with NBA? What's happening? Do you want to talk a little bit about your conference you went to or your thing you went to this weekend?
Sure. So it was the state gathering of all the leaders from the like state level of AMOA. So I'm on the board of Oregon. And so we sent a three contingent to represent our state. And it was very interesting. Like we got to listen to the lobbyist, that's the national lobbyist, who on behalf of the AMOA, and then we sent a couple NBVA people, he set up an arcade for the different people in Congress to play some games, check out kind of what we do, get some pictures taken. But he's been doing a lot of work in Washington, D.C. throughout the year, and then they're actually planning to do that again so that we just bring recognition to our industry that we provide a really good service for kids and different things like that. And then he talked a lot about getting to know your local level leaders. So the school district, your different county representatives, get to know them because sooner or later they're going to work their way up, or that's their goal. And something that a guy in the Oregon Association, he always says, when you need a friend, it's too late to get a friend, and so you want to make those connections earlier. So that was really really interesting. I got to speak one on one with the lobbyist and learn a couple different techniques for making that happen. And we're going to talk about them at the show. So make sure you're there for that. And then what else did we do? I learned a lot about how different scholarships work for the different states. And so that was very interesting, and different ways to raise more money to up the scholarship money that we can give out. Um, and all in all, it was just like networking, learning different things that people are doing in other states. I got asked a lot about both vending, and then I got asked a lot about merchandising because I guess the word is out that I like merchandising stuff. And so I would say those were two of the bigger topics. And then also, um, there's a lot of like bigger amusement guys that are starting to buy their own family entertainment centers. And so that was a pretty big topic at one of the dinners. So the guys around me were all talking about. One of the guys from Oregon, he has started buying wing places and putting in arcades. And so just the different ins and outs of those kinds of things, and marketing, and it was a fun time. I learned a lot more this year than I did last year. I felt like I made really good connections last year, but this year was pretty informative. So
Nice.
Good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So um, but yeah, I got to go to Epic Universe. I was pretty excited about that. Um,
Nice.
but
We're all just a
yeah,
bunch of kids at heart, dude. It doesn't matter
we
what we
really
do.
Totally.
are.
Totally.
It's
We
like
really
that's
Totally.
are.
all I do. It's funny because when we
Yeah.
went to IAPA year before last, and I was so excited to do the F1 racing place. Do you remember what the place was called? I can't remember what it was called.
Andretti's. We went to Andretti's.
Andretti's, yeah, and we got to go to Andretti's, and like that was the highlight almost of my trip, was going and racing those cars. And like you should have seen me on my phone with Sam, and like showing him the carts, and like, you know, and telling him, you know, what, you know, about, and showing him my lap times and being all excited. And he's like, "Dad, you're such a dork." And I'm like, "I know,
You know
man,
what's
but I
funny?
love this."
You know what's funny? That was the first time I've ever done go karts, like at any like
Oh,
facility or anything.
really?
That was my very
You
first
did
time. And
good.
since then, I've gone multiple times. I love it,
Oh
and like
man,
like
Oh, you started something.
yeah.
there's a K1 place about an hour away from me we go to, but they're actually supposed to be building possibly two of them here in my town, and I'm going to be going a lot more because I it's so much
Are
fun.
you
You're
gonna be
right.
the one with your own helmet and like your own racing gloves?
I don't know if I'll go that far. We'll see. We'll see. My my
It was
neighbor and I are
so
talking
much
about
fun.
joining a league if there is one. So we'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, it
So I
was
have
so much
machines
fun.
at one of ours. I just have
Yeah.
like a stand of two candy. It's like one of my last candy, and it's at one of those places. The guys come in with their helmet under their arm and their
Oh yeah. Oh
racing
yeah.
gloves on and their like
Exactly.
racing
Wow.
shoes, and yeah, they get into it.
They're, they're serious. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a lot of fun. Well, anything else you guys want to talk about before we go? Sorry, Jen, we missed you.
No,
We got next
I think
week.
we'll leave. I think we'll leave any other topics for next week.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Take us out, Matt.
All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us, hanging out week after week. You know we're doing it on Mondays now, so make sure you join us again next Monday for another weekly vending business discussion live. We'll talk more about the NBVA, so bring your comments, bring your questions, and we'll see you next week, guys. Have a great week. Bye, all.
Bye.